can hear us, sir?
Is the audio?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Cool. So, Manish and Kunal sir, welcome to Bollywood Bubble. And since your new song Nikle To Fir Nikal Loge has recently released, so I would like you, both of you, to run us briefly through the song, what it's about, how it was made, how did it take the shape. So, if you could please run us through it.
Well, Manish is it's Manish's brainchild. So I was the last element in it.
Oh.
So he'll run you through.
No, sir. You're the spine of it. So tell us about it.
Well, I think everybody was kind of feeling whatever they were during the lockdown, and it occurred to most of us that we should do something about it, at least from the industry. So a lot of people were doing things. So Manish thought of this idea of all the guidelines that were laid down by the government for our safety and their safety, and for all Indians globally, for countries and governments of all the countries. So very clearly, lyrically, he got in touch with a very dear friend of his, Geet Sagar, and a very dear composer friend who's composed almost all the music for Manish's productions till date, including this. And they kind of put everything together. And when it was almost ready, and they were about to release it in a couple of days, he just bounced it off me, because we've become friends from the time I sang a song which released on Valentine's Day as a single in which Manish was starring. So we've kind of, become good friends, and, I'm having the background of music. So Manish thought he'd bounce it off me, and I really loved it. And I said, wow, this is phenomenal stuff. And I said, the only thing, if you ask me, so he said, do you think we need to do anything more, or is it ready to go? So I said, well, musically, there's just one hook missing, which can come back every time, which is Nikle To Nikal Loge. It's coming every time, but it's like a 4-minute song. So in between, there is a music, which is a hook by itself, So I said, in one of those musics, maybe we can say, go, Corona, go, Corona, or whatever. We can add Corona to it, because we're obviously talking about guidelines, ke nikle to nikal loge, and the cops are going to be whatever, stay home, stay safe. And don't let heart rule over mind. That's the soul of the song, which Manish has captured phenomenally, and Geet Sagar has lyrically caught it. So yeah, that's how. And then I jumped into it and I said, "Aisa hona chahiye." So they said, "Okay, great. Let me speak to the music composer." And by the time they got back the next day, I said, one more thing has occurred to me, that it's all Hindi, and the whole hip hop thing, the rap thing is also English. Of course, it's primarily Hindi in India, but its origin has been in English in America. So why don't we put something? So he said, why don't you do something in English if you since it's your brainchild for that part. And so that's how it was born.
Okay. And how long did
Because
it take?
basically, like, sir ने कहा चल दाल तो अच्छी बन गई है, इस पे तड़का missing है. मैं आ रहा हूँ. I will show you what तड़का means. And then he just
तड़का तो ऑलरेडी था. मैंने कहा इसको हम लोग प्रेजेंट एक इंडियन तड़का को हम लोग एक वेस्टर्न झोंका देते और
twist in the tail.
Okay, so
let's serve Indian tadka dal with a serviette and a bow, and and an apron.
Yeah, absolutely, sir.
Okay, and from start to finish, how long did the entire process take for the song to come out?
So actually, it was a pretty long process. This was the time when all the lockdown songs were coming out, and we had no intentions of making a lockdown song, because already a lot of beautiful songs were made on the lockdown. And then the time came where we wanted to do something like Anup and I, we are best of buddies, and he's also someone who can't sit quietly and wants to experiment and make something. So this is basically a very experimental video. So he's the one who's he's like, let's do something crazy, and we're like, okay, but it has to be different and it has to be fun, because preaching is not my language, neither his language, none of our languages. So let's have it fun, more bidu whatever kind of stuff. So we thought, who's the best person to go to is Geet Sagar, who's an immensely talented lyrics writer and a singer. He's sung a song for my film also, and he's fabulous. So he's got that musty in his voice. So he said, so we went to him. He had this one song bit which is already ready, which is Nikle To Nikal Loge, 50 second. Like, this is the perfect thing to build upon, and we built upon it, and turned out to be fabulous, like, and stuff like that. And like Kunal sir said, we bounced it off him, and it was like, yay, Kunal sir liked it. And Kunal sir, when someone as great as him just gives his approval, and you feel like on seventh heaven already. So we're like, let's just do it right, types. And that's how the song was made. And it took a lot of time, because when the song was getting made, I got tempted to rap. Because it is I have a bucket list, long bucket list. I want to do this stuff. So this rap was one of them. So I asked Geet, Geet, will you please allow me also to rap? He's like, of course. अब बेचारे को पता नहीं था उसने उड़ता तीर ले लिया क्योंकि मेरे को तो लिरिक्स भी याद नहीं होते और मेरे को टेम्पो तो समझता ही नहीं है. So it took me 3 days to just sing the song right.
Oh, okay.
So that was like, I think that entire process took us a good 15 days to compose the song. And then the video took 6 days of shooting inside the room. Everything is shot in this one room. And then I think almost 15 days, 20 days to edit it. So yeah, it was a long time.
So almost a month-long process?
Yes, I think so, yes.
Okay. And you have directed the video also. So when you shoot something or direct something in such a confined space, it comes with a lot of challenges, because there are boundaries, physical boundaries. So what challenges did you face in particular, both creatively and physically, in terms of space?
Physically, तो भाई मैंने योगा कर लिया. मेरे डैड रूम का दरवाजा खोलते थे, बोलते थे तू योगा कर रहा है. मैंने कहा नहीं पापा, फोकस ले रहा हूँ. That position, इधर से कैमरा का फोकस इधर हाथ रख के ऐसे करके फोकस ले रहा था. So it was a very funny thing. And honestly, like I said, उड़ता तीर ले लिया वो वाला हिसाब था, because पहले the song turned out fabulous. Then Kunal sir's entry in the song. So you have to do justice to the video, not making it look like any other casual video shot at home. Home video, it can't look like it. Has to look like a professional video. So the entire concept was built for that, so that let's conceptually do the justice. First was like our hearts always say बाहर जाना है, ice cream खाना है, दोस्तों से मिलना है, and all, I love following my heart. But this is for the first time my mind set a rule कि boss बाहर जाएगा तो निकल लेगा. So the entire conflict between I have to play two characters. One is the mind, one is the heart. So that is how the concept came in. Then the whole challenge was, because these guys were there. They have worked so hard. Geet, Kunal, Anu, they worked so hard. They deserve to be in the video. Otherwise, it's so empty. So that's the reason these spaces were created where everybody was there in this room. And then the biggest challenge was when I realized it was an Urta Tir, was because I realized there are 450 shots in this video. I was counting. I thought there are 450 shots in this video, because every shot had to be shot twice. And for a 4-minute video, it has a 450 shots. So it was a crazy task. So yeah, it was a different thrill. It was a kick. It was an experiment कि बनेगा कि नहीं बनेगा. क्या होगा क्या पता नहीं.
Yeah, but it turned out really well. It turned out really well.
Thank you.
Yeah, it really kind of, that's what impressed me, because when I saw the raw footage, whatever was not fine-tuned, but more or less there, 80-90% there, I was like, wow, this is, he sent it to me in bits and pieces. And the song by itself was very concrete. It was very well done, very easy. एक बार आप सुनते हो गाना, तो वो बिल्कुल पल्ले पड़ जाता है, because आप कोई rocket science की बात नहीं कर रहे हो इसमें, और बम्बईया लैंग्वेज में बात कर रहे हो, तो वो बहुत ही बिल्कुल ऐसे एक दिन में, एक दिन नहीं, चंद घंटों में अगर वो वो 50,000 व्यूज अगर आ गए हैं, तो फिर अच्छी चीज है. और मुझे तो लग रहा है कि sooner or later it's going to catch up, because that निकले तो निकल लोगे, that just that hand thing. You might just find Manish's idea being taken up by some other big film actor, and suddenly an advertisement coming. Copyright kar lo, Manish.
Right.
निकले तो निकल लोगे. It might become like, तुझे देखा तो ये जाना.
Oh my God. Now you know why I love this man.
Totally.
What happens is, it's all about an idea. It always has been. It's just dawned upon the masses now that it's all about an idea. That's what Javed Akhtar and Salim Khan were. It was the fresh ideas which made them Salim Javed.
Ji.
and
Yeah.
it's the same freshness which made Bachchan Saab, Shah Rukh Khan, Amir Khan, everybody, Salman, Akshay. It's all about an idea. You never know how it becomes an inferno,
Yeah. Okay. So my next question would be, in earlier times, there used to be an illustrious orchestra when it came to, recording music. Live artists used to perform. आज के time में it's more like, you play a bar or two on MIDI and then you replicate it on the entire timeline. I mean, irrespective if you're using a Pro Tool or a Cubase. So do you think the process of creating music has become more mechanized and robotic in recent times?
Manish would have said, Kunal sir, please answer this. From everybody from John Williams to Hans Zimmer, who are the greatest background score people in the world.
Yeah.
On the whole globe, in terms of the amount of, they all see, if technology was available 50 years ago, even the greats would have first used this technology because they had to work that much harder, rehearse that much harder. Nobody is not. So what happens is every big film that John Williams or Hans Zimmer or any of those great people, including A.R. Rahman, when they score, they do the entire scoring with keyboard sounds from the computer with a small MIDI keyboard which is triggering sometimes.
Yeah.
All that score gets written and then reproduced because there are budgets. So when you're going to charge $15 million to score, John Williams charges $15 million to score an orchestra for a background of any film that he does. Hans Zimmer is around 12 or 13 million. Okay. Yeah. Technology is only helping you pitch for that film. So when he scores it and he goes ahead, they obviously choose mujhe Hans Zimmer chahiye, John Williams, I forget the name, Powell. There's another big scorer. So technology is not limiting you, it's assisting you.
Yeah.
It's only assisting you. You see? And if this song was probably funded or required any section which was to go live, and if there was even a decent budget, you would have had real musicians playing on those parts. So nobody has cringed or avoided bringing on live musicians, but this kind of song doesn't require.
Yeah.
The biggest hip hop songs in the West, gangster songs, get all recorded with kind of computer sounds.
Yeah. Sometimes commercial loops also they deploy.
They all the time. But because there are so many people and there are so many professional studios and everybody prefers playing live in the West.
Yeah.
Because every sound engineer over there is a musician first. He's not just a sound engineer. So he can play the drums, he can play bass, he can play guitar at the least and piano.
Yeah.
You see? So it's just a culture thing. And that's catching up here. We have a lot of people playing all the instruments. So they've become like a one-man band.
Yeah. Oh, we have Raghav Sachar who kind of plays all the instruments. Yeah.
To name one.
Yeah, to name one. Yeah.
And there have been many before from 30, 40 years ago. So it's not a novel thing at all. It's a very regular thing.
Yeah, totally.
Because we live here, we feel, acha, ye koi nayi cheez hai. Nayi cheez nahi hai. And Raghav's a very dear friend. So I'm not trying to make anybody look bad or good. It's the norm.
Yeah. Okay. And to move on,
what would be cool is Stevie Wonder playing drums because he can't see.
Yeah.
And Stevie Wonder does all that. Prince playing everything else is okay. Prince is a regular guy and he's a great musician.
Yeah, he is.
But he wasn't blind, or he didn't have any one sense which was cut from his life.
Yeah, totally. And the music industry has recently gone down into war mode with the whole Sonu Nigam sir and T Series coming at loggerheads with each other. So, do you, in your opinion, is the industry does the industry exhibit a certain problematic behavior towards the newcomers, or like how is it?
Has T
I
Series?
wait for this question, because I want to have like popcorn in my hand and listen to this because I always know this question is coming up.
Can you ask me the question again?
Yeah.
I wanted to.
Okay. So, with the whole T Series and Sonu Nigam sir coming at loggerheads, in your opinion, do you think that music industry as a whole, the ones sitting at the black suits and everyone, are they kind of, do they kind of exhibit a problematic behavior or not so encouraging behavior towards the newcomers or new talents?
See, if they had not if they are saying they are not doing what they are doing, all their older artists, which is Adnan used to be a T-Series artist, Alka ji, everybody, barring probably me and a couple of people, we didn't sign, so also it was a problem. Those who signed were put on the shelf. Adnan Sami was given an album or two, and then, so anybody becoming popular is a problem for the record label.
Yeah.
So then you sign up Udit Narayan, you sign up Shreya Ghoshal, you sign up Shan, you sign up everybody, and then don't release their music. So you have legally bound them.
Yeah.
And then you don't release and say, "Ab main dekhta hu tum kya karte ho." It's just exhibiting power, and that's not fair.
Yeah.
And then obviously, if you don't listen to them, your music will not get released. You will not be allowed to sing in films because they call the dictate. They are spelling it out.
Yeah.
Because if you are signed up with them, then a big part of your proceeds goes to them. So if I'm making 1 rupee, 60%, 60 rupees are going to that record label, 40 rupees are coming to me. Why will they not promote those people?
Yeah.
And it's not like they're coming out with quality music. Public still can't figure who's singing.
Yeah, totally.
And I'm not saying that because I'm getting less work. I chose to be part of the royalty movement by choice, because I know that you get an opportunity because God has carved everybody's karma. But there are so many impediments that are caused by people who think they are who are kingpins. You see, it's unfortunate. It's like if someone tells you what you should write, how many years will you stick around?
Yeah, totally.
If you're interviewing us, if you're told after you've made your keynotes, and if you're making your final interview, if you're making your final, as to what you're going to write, and then if your editor tells you, no, don't write this, twist these words, turn these words, say that this is what Kunal said, this is what Manish said.
Yeah.
Will that be, you may go along with it, but you'll cringe.
Yeah.
After some point, you'll look for another publication.
Of course.
That is if you have gumption. Or if you're put a gun on your head कि तेरे को करना ही पड़ेगा while you're at your job here, then you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
So this is what happens. So creativity cannot breed under pressure. It cannot come in a vacuum.
Yes, totally.
So just to spell out, and nepotism has been confused by, nepotism may be happening in films. In the music world still, actors, actresses, and generations have not gone into composition and singing or lyric writing.
Yeah.
So nepotism has not yet hit, but nepotism in terms of favorism, कि मैं ये artist को भी गाने बोलूँगा, अच्छे मजे हुए composers को फिल्म में से निकाल दूँगा और अपने जो लोग roster पे है, उनका music डाल दूँगा, जो बैंक में पड़ा है, 500 गाने पड़े, इसमें से कोई भी ले लो. It's happened to fellow filmmakers who had no choice.
Yeah.
And not because they wanted to use me or a fellow composer. They were just not given the choice. Though the film was not produced by these record labels. They were just the owner of the music, but they were dictating terms which were much more than a producer.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. And Sonu Nigam also said one thing that, a lot of times he has been called to record a song, but then eventually he finds out, someone else has dubbed the songs. So do you think...
It's happened to all of us. It's happened to me too.
Okay.
It happened as late as Hrithik Roshan's film about the teacher in Bihar that happened.
Super 30.
Super 30. I had sung a beautiful song for Ajay Atul, and just before the movie got released, I had sung 2 songs. But they had told me that there was one particular song that Mr. Hrithik Roshan wanted to sing from the very beginning. But it was a complex melody.
Okay.
So Ajay Atul had said, sir, Hrithik sir may not be able to, we'll make a simpler song for Hrithik. Because this is a very complex song with complex intervals where he's teaching the children, It's a small song, 2-minute song. So I was told, okay, bhai, we want you, but Hrithik has already said he wants to sing the song. So we want to record you so that Hrithik can understand that it's a very complex song.
Yeah.
Because it needs to be, and Ajay could have easily sung it, but he said, no, I want to bring the original singer who I have casted as Ajay Atul.
Yeah.
So I sang it very well knowing, that Hrithik may sing it. But then there was another song which I was called for because they wanted me. And then just before that, one of the producers or directors suddenly, against the wish of Ajay Atul, recorded the song in some other voice. So they told me that, we've disconnected from the film. It's been done beyond, it's been done not in our presence, something to that effect.
Okay.
So ऐसे भी होता है, और ये तो प्यार से हुआ फिर भी, चलो ठीक है. जहाँ नो हाउ था, बहुत बार ऐसे होता है where we've recorded and we've not been told, so we have stopped singing. That's also one of the reasons why we have stopped singing a lot of songs, because like Sonu says, no, मुझे इस स्वयंवर में part नहीं लेना है. Thank you. I am very satisfied man. मुझे 9, 10, 15 singers से गवाकर, I don't want to be part of that स्वयंवर कि किसके गले में माला पहनाएंगे. Thank you very much. So we've started, because of record labels not wanting us who are part of the royalty movement, and because we have gumption as artists, and we have something that we have contributed and know, and we are musical people. We're not tattoos.
Okay. And my next question would be, Manish, for an actor, costumes, hair and makeup, the set, the lighting, these are all the luxuries that an actor has, when it comes to getting into a certain mood or an emotion, or, portraying a certain situation on camera. A playback singer doesn't have necessarily those luxuries, while, emoting a song, he goes to a limited number of record rooms and churns out countless number of songs from the same recording room, every time getting into the emotion. So my question is to both of you, do you think that singers have a more vivid imagination as compared to the actors, or no? I mean, what would be your answer in terms of yes or no? And I mean, you can explain it elaborately.
Kunal sir.
I was just there's like a Zoom meeting at 7:30 with my managing committee, so I was just seeing I missed the first half of the question. I'll be happy to answer. Can you repeat the first half? I'm sorry.
Sure. So as I was saying, the question is to both of you.
Because you first directed the question to Manish, so I disconnected.
No, it's for both of you. Since Manish is an actor and you are a playback singer.
That towards the end, which I caught again. Yeah.
Okay. So, since Manish is an actor and you are a playback singer, so I just want to get a varied perspective from both of you. An actor has the luxury of props, hair and makeup, costumes, the set and the lighting when it comes to emoting a certain situation or getting into a mood, or portraying an emotion on camera, basically. Right. On the other hand, the singer doesn't have those luxuries. A singer necessarily goes to a recording room and it churns out countless number of songs from the same recording room every time with varied emotions.
Right.
There's just a monitor in front of you, a mic, and perhaps an AC and a window that from across which you look at the sound engineer and the composer or the arranger. So, I mean, in both of your opinion, Manish and Kunal sir, do you think that singers have a slightly better vivid imagination as compared to actors? Like, what would be the take of both of you?
I think what you're trying to ask is that because we are confined to the studio, but there are various studios that we go to. Every time we don't sing the same song again. Every time we're not singing for the same composer. We wake up from the same bedroom every day, but we have different things for breakfast. We have different lyrics for every song. So technically it's not the same. And actually, if for a film like Saawariya, where there was just 7 sets on which you worked, there was no outdoor. So I think the premise of the question is, you've asked a very genuine question, but what I want to enlighten is that if given a choice, the actors will shoot, like there was a beautiful film about Shashi Kapoor and Rekha Ji on a platform in one room. So it's just about environment. If they are told not to go to Switzerland and Finland, but to shoot the northern lights in South India, where all the people wearing black clothes go, Ayyappa, then they'll shoot it in that part of South India, But because the producers say कि मुझे बहुत romance दिखाना है, yes, your second part of the question is their imagination more vivid? Well, is our imagination more vivid than theirs? I don't know if that question holds valid, because we are voice artists. We act with our voice and our emotions. And they are portraying that, they're lip syncing that, but also adding 50% more by their facial expressions. So I think it's a great marriage. Nobody is more or less. Yes, what happens is audio is complete by itself. Totality. if you remove the video, if you remove the audio from the video, initially the video will look incomplete. But if it's Mere Sapno Ki Rani Kab Aayegi Tu, then even if there is no voice, you'll hear the voice.
Yeah.
With a muted button also. So I think we've had great actors, we've had great playback singers, and both are geniuses. Both ends are geniuses.
And Manish, what would you?
I agree with him that I just taking a little further from there, that it's artist is an artist. So you have to if you put an artist on a theater stage or just in a closed room, he will be emoting what he's supposed to emote. He will read the script like a singer and he will emote. Now the rest of the things what you spoke about, the makeup, the hair, the sets and everything, is a part of storytelling.
Yeah.
So you will convey your emotion any which ways as an actor, but as a part of storytelling, now that's where the comedy is created. So as a storyteller, if I put the entire frame in sync where I'm sitting and talking, now this becomes a genuine situation. You will be a part of it. Yeah. Now, if I have a contrasting background to this, like एक भिखारी यहाँ बैठ के ऐसे मतलब बस full ऐश करके interview दे रहा है, it will look comedy. The point is it's all the other things what you said are the storytelling elements. They are not a part of the artist. So a singer, an actor, a painter is as complete as he should be, because without being complete, he cannot go beyond himself and portray something else altogether.
Yeah.
So I would say those are just aids which will probably, they're just the supporting things to tell a story, and they matter a lot though. They really, really matter.
Sure. And taking a lead from what he said, I want to find out from you on what premise did you put that question? Because suddenly, as Manish was talking to me, it dawned on me. So I want to know, Akshay, आपने जो question on with what information were you seeking an answer, or do you know already something which prompted you to ask that?
No, I was.
And in a nice way. In a nice way. I'm asking you in a genuine way because it's actually bringing out something which it just came to me.
Yeah.
But I'll ask you first.
No, I wanted a varying opinion from both of you, since he's an actor and you are a singer.
Okay, so that's all. That's the only thing that you only wanted a varying opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, what happens is it does make a difference. Like when you had bands, when you had great filmmakers. Okay, even now it happens. The composer is often taken out of station by the director and the producer, whether it be Goa, whether it be America, whether it be London. They're, while the shooting is happening, they're holidaying and composing.
Yeah.
But the singer is left to be in his studio.
Yeah.
Okay. Because कुछ भी compose करने के लिए, कुछ भी create करने के लिए, चाहे वो director हो, चाहे वो actor हो, atmosphere से फर्क पड़ता है. Like Manish also said towards the end. These are props, but they do matter.
Yeah.
So I was just watching a documentary by Queen, by Freddie Mercury and Roger Taylor and the whole band. For every album, they went to a different country, and they booked that studio for a month or 2 months. They recorded a couple of albums, one very successful, one not so successful in Germany. That's the place also where Freddie probably got the HIV virus infection, because he was partying, he was going nuts, he was going to the hilt. Then there were times when he was also recording within Great Britain.
Yeah.
And then there was times when he went to America, when Queen went. So yes, it does matter, because it's a different atmosphere, it's a different vibe. You're waking up to a different smell in the air. So all those things, we being artists, even normal people who are not artists but businessmen, get affected by the surroundings. So it would be great if artists were given that liberty, and if budgets were upped, and if audio was not treated like a stepchild of video.
Yeah.
Because what happens is and Manish would know that, and he will obviously be facing it even more as he moves up the ranks and becomes a big film star also. That heroines, dogs and nannies are all allowed, but there aren't enough budgets for singers or composers to get live music dubbed.
Yeah.
And no harm in carrying the dog and the nanny and XYZ also as part of the unit. You see? But then if you're being humane towards conditions that the heroine or hero or the co-actors want, then what about music, which is also an integral part of the film?
Yeah.
So it would be lovely to wake up in Munich or in the south of France and actually recording something in the hotel room, you know, with my music director over breakfast, after breakfast. Yeah. Why not?
Why not? Someday, yeah, you never know.
You know, and actually by being within the limitations, तो उतना ज़्यादा पैसा लगता नहीं है. You can be in a nice hotel. The budgets may go up by about 5 lakhs at the most, which is minuscule when you consider, which is minuscule when you consider the scale of a film, where films don't get made under 10 crores today. 5 crores is like a self-funded film, you know.
Yeah. But again, a question arises that, you know, as you said that, you know, to get the, you know, rustic feel of a particular environment or a surrounding, the producers may come back to you saying that, okay, let's integrate VR here, virtual reality, while, you know, in order to make singer accommodated to that kind of environment. So do you see that thing happening in near future?
I think so. With the lockdown, lots of virtual stuff is suddenly coming in. I was just watching a documentary this afternoon where Microsoft has patented something where you actually have your own image being projected in front of you, talking a different language. The app does all of that. So there's Manish and Kunal in the video, and there is another Manish and Kunal in the video saying the same thing singing the same song in Japanese for all that matters. It's unbelievable. So I think it'll be great. You know, it's a great iteration of everybody's sensibilities.
Okay. And Manish, I would like to know what it's like to have a legend like Mr. Kunal on board with you in your life, as in personal space and also in your professional space, like, you know, Nikle to Phir Nikal Loge. What does he add to the table or bring to the table?
As you spoke, I got goosebumps. So that is the kind of space he brings me into. It makes a lot of difference because we have grown up listening to him. All right. And especially there was a song which was like, you know, every girlfriend you met expected you to sing her for the same song. So songs like that, plus his voice. I've been a fan of his voice right from the beginning. And when we were like Sir said that, you know, during the music video which we did last year, I'm glad that, you know, I was very happy to be a part of the video where he is the voice. Then came a time about my feature film, and I spoke to my producer. I was like, listen, you know what, we need a different texture of voice. You know, there are great voices, but you know, that texture will make a lot of difference. And my producer very sweetly instantly was like, yeah, he is the man we should have on board. And instantly we had him, and you have to, that song will come out and you have to listen to that song. It gives you, like I said, see, goosebumps again. So, you know, it's Kunal sir's effect that, you know, all this happens. And then right now also, like, the team we had was, you know, everybody was kind enough to back us and, you know, take care of us and promote this song. Like, you know, Chitra, you have Chandni, you have Swapna ma'am, Nivedita. All of them were there for us. And the minute they had Kunal sir's name, so on every possible level, so on personal level and on professional level, you know, this man made a lot of difference. So, you know, we are ecstatic. We are really happy to have him on board.
I'm glad and love all the way, because, you know, I just realized that when we were doing Pyar Ki Barish, which released this Valentine's but was recorded at around Diwali time, aspas us time pe, my voice was just marrying his face and his body language so beautifully. And you know, thanks to actually the person who introduced both of us, you know, the record label owner of Apeksha Music. So and when, you know, after that, when I went to hear the beautiful song that I've sung for his movie, which is ready and would have released if not for the corona thing, it was such a beautiful song. And, you know, see, this is what happens when two people genuinely vibe with each other, intellectually, heart to heart, magic happens. Because this kind of song which I've sung for Manish, I haven't sung melodically. I haven't sung something like this before.
Okay.
It's a very, very modern, new age kind of a song, something that the younger generation today, the one generation after us, that kind of song that they're singing, but it's still very different. And it is such a cute song. It's got real lyrics. It has a fantasy, but it's still using the words, just like the rap song here, which has got Bombaya language. That has got very, very rural India language. Very pyar se, very non-banawati. And it's not cliched. It uses words which you've not heard in music before, but people talk that language.
Yeah,
so
that particular dialect, basically.
Yeah, so this is a collaboration, you know, it's not just limited to a project or X number of projects. It's about just growing. It's like two people coming together where Cosmos is playing some game.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. And lastly, Manish, I've heard that you're all set to tie the knot on 30th of June. So how the preparations are coming along?
This is not the interview for that, so we give it a pass because otherwise this becomes a headline.
True.
We shall give that a pass.
Okay. So with that, we have reached the end of our conversation. Is there anything that I may not have asked and you would like to answer?
An answer?
I think, you know, our composer friend has done a fabulous job in composing this along with Geet Sagar, you know, a programmer who's also Manish's favorite music composer and who's being launched as a composer for Manish's film. That's his debut film. I think we haven't spoken about him, and Manish and me both would like to thank him for coming up with such a lovely melody, you know, along with Geet Sagar and Geet Sagar.
And Geet Sagar. And also, of course, Chitra and and Swapna ma'am and Nivedita, because without all of them, rather without Geet, without Anup, we wouldn't have been sitting here having a conversation with the lovely Akshay. So
I'm totally honored.
All of them, we are just representing a team. That's it.
That's right.
Cool. So wonderful. Lastly, एक छोटा सा CTA हो जाए गाने के लिए for निकले तो निकल लोगे.
Kunal sir, the right person.
निकले तो निकल लोगे. I don't have my lyrics right here in front of me because थोड़ा delay भी हो गया तो मैं किसी और room में बैठ गया. So my sheet is not with me, which is where my rap was. Because I'm involved with just that rap. So in case you all want to talk for 2 minutes, I'll quickly go run and bring that paper and I can do that part then.
Yeah, sure.
I'll bring in my paper.
Sure.
Yes. Right. Oh God, this was a good conversation.
Yeah, it was. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
No, because, you know, it also depends what questions you're asking, you know, because, you know, you really dug into the parts which were, I've never thought of it that, you know, the singers actually don't get the environment as such to feel it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a very deep question.
Thank you.
And this, I think it somewhere came from the composer in you. Because you want to go out and, yeah, I totally get that because, you know, I travel a lot and I'm not a tourist. I will not go to an Eiffel Tower to click a picture there and click a selfie there.
Yeah.
I go and stay at places and believe you me, that inspires a lot. That kind of gives you a different flavor. So yeah, you know, right. So is here.
No. What were you guys talking about?
We're talking about what the question he asked was so deep about, you know, the composers, because Akshay himself is a composer. So I totally understand where you're talking
I was going to say, sorry to butt in. I was going to say that, you know, I've enjoyed this interview because the questions have been very pertinent. That's why I asked him, I said, where are you coming from? The question where he said that the music guys are confined to a studio.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming from a deeper place.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No,
as you left, I asked him the same thing because it was really, really good.
No, so I'll tell you the secret behind it. The trigger point was, you know, whenever I record a scratch or something, every time the engineer requests me to turn off the AC, you know, यार एक तो चीज़ है मेरे पास में recording room में AC, तुम वो भी बंद कर दोगे तो कैसे चलेगा?
यार आपके साउंड इंजीनियर को बोलो कि 100 हर्ट्ज का लो पास फिल्टर होता है ना, एवरी माइक्रोफोन पे आजकल आता है और साउंड कार्ड पे आता है, तो वो 100 हर्ट्ज का anyways you're supposed to roll off the lows which takes away the AC का sound and the low rumble.
Yeah.
बेवकूफ होगा वो साउंड इंजीनियर जो इस तरह से बात बोले सिंगर होकर घर पे हम लोग रिकॉर्डिंग कर रहे हैं, होटल रूम में रिकॉर्डिंग करते हैं आजकल, and this is not a new thing. People have been doing it in the West for years. You know, so चलना है यार. AC, you can't expect everybody's house to be centrally AC'd where it's coming from a duct.
Yeah.
Studios are not centrally AC'd today. You know. कौन सा साउंड इंजीनियर मेरे को बता? Anyway, so,
Chalo. Yeah.
so with the simplicity of this song, because everything that was spoken about was the guidelines of the government.
Mhm.
So Geet Sagar did a fantastic job. So all I did was hear those lyrics, and I had the easiest job.
Mhm.
I sat down. I had a video call with Manish at 8 o'clock. At 7:30, I sat down and I said, I heard the song 3-4 times, and I said, stay put in your house, put away all your grouse, don't play cat and the mouse, because the cops ain't your spouse. They ain't doing this for them. They've got guidelines from the PM. So better watch out, stay in, don't go out. So it was just encapsulating the spirit of the Hindi lyric.
Mhm.
But you have to rhyme. That's the whole thing. And I used to do this before I started. When accidentally I stumbled upon singing, I used to do jingles, and we used to have to rap also. We'd have to sing also. We'd have to talk also.
Mhm.
So this is the original sheet on which I wrote it. So I still have it.
Oh, okay. That's great. That's great.
Yeah, so it's there because I have documentation of almost every song that I've sung till date.
Mhm.
It's all in my books. So I'm going to file this as part of that.
Okay.
I'm so glad.
Wonderful. Cool. So with that, we end our conversation on a lovely note. Thank you so much for talking to us, Manish and Kunal sir. It was a pleasure having you
Thank you.
with us on board.
Thank you, Akshay, for being for posing such lovely questions. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Yes,
My pleasure.
It was a
Thank you.
pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye. See you.